Buddy, so I decided, is this thing plugged in? Yeah. I decided to break down and not join an alliance, but actually started an alliance. So I'll show you actually what I see. I started the Global Death Legion, and we're up to 12 members now. So, and my idea is really, I don't care what level you are, I don't care what sector you're in. I'm not really cranky about whether you hit in sector or not. I would at least say maybe favor other alliances so you get points. If you want to hit in sector, whatever. People follow me all the time, and honestly, if you come into the sector that I'm in, I don't care what you do. Do what you want to do. You're not bothering me. Same thing here. The only thing I really care about is that you participate in the fact that if you join the alliance, you participate in the alliance and you do some stuff to get points to sort of help out. And honestly, right now I'm probably one of the ones slacking in the number of points. Let's see who's doing good. Rage is doing good. He joined. And I didn't I tried 2 different bases and I failed at both of them. So I had the potential to have 400 points, 440, but I failed at both of them. So I got nothing. One was my ships died, and I only got 44%. I got the outpost, but I only got 44%. And the other one was my dreadnoughts. I was trying to make sure I got over 50%, and I overshot the outpost. And so the outpost was within my minimum range, and it still had like maybe 10% left of that outpost. And I couldn't move my ships far enough back out so they were back in range again before the base timed out. And I was like, oh my god, I had like 66%, but I didn't kill the outpost. Oh, it was driving me nuts. So I'm repairing all night based off of those two. Because I have to hit, and this is different for different levels, but I have to hit bases at least a level 50 that's also in an alliance, which is really hard to find. That's not bubbled. It's easy to find level 60 plus that are not bubbled in an alliance because nobody's hitting those, because those are bloody hard. And then cargo, I have to hit level 48 plus, which really means 51 natural and then like 55 elite. Those are really my only 2 options to get points, and that's where the 40 came from. So that's the alliance I'm doing. We picked up, I don't know, was it 12 people so far, and I just did this since like lunch. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's actually a pretty good mix right now. I'm the only one in the top level right now, that's actually pretty normal for my for the people that kind of follow me. But it's actually really good to have a spread of people. But really on these 2 ranges, the 39s to the 50s, that's the typical people that watch these videos. They've kind of been following me since I started, and that's pretty much the levels that y'all are at. That's actually very natural. If you're within this range, if you're between the mid 30s and the low 50s, you're in the same bucket as a lot of people that follow my videos, just because of the time frame that they started in. What I've learned from some other people, because originally we're going to join a different alliance where everybody was going to fall into this bucket, is if you have more than 10 in that bucket, it doesn't do you any good. You can't overachieve. You can have 20 people in this bucket, but it doesn't do you any good beyond the 10. So having a spread of levels is actually better. So that's why I'm like, any level. I don't care if you just started. And I have an aunt that just started at Christmas time. She would actually probably fall into this level. She probably doesn't play enough to probably bother with it, but she would fit on this level. So like I said, I don't care if you follow me. I don't care. There's no requirements of going anywhere. If you want to be in an alliance but you don't want to be bothered with the stuff, the goal of the alliance is more that you get bonuses. So let's give you an example. So let's say we get all of the bonus for this thing, and that means that the ship reload everybody in the alliance gets an accuracy boost of up to 10%, gets a ship reload rate of up to 10%, and if we had this one, everybody could get, and if this one got maxed out, we could get everybody gets an additional compound armor of 10%, additional evade of 10%. So there's some decent stuff if people participate, and you get it. The downside is it resets every week. So in all reality, we're not going to hit 10% every week. But I've seen some of these. I know I got a buddy of mine that they're all high levels, all very active. So almost everybody in the alliance is this one. All right, but they're at like 9.6% for the bonus, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, his guns are shooting noticeably faster. Because he has an additional 10% reload. So it's actually pretty good. So over time, as your levels go up and you're allowed to have more people in your alliance, it should be easier to fulfill some of these, and as that happens, these percentages will go up faster, and you'll be able to gain some of these. The downside is being in an alliance makes you a target. It really does, especially if you're level 50 and above, especially the level 50 to 55 range. That's an extreme target, because anybody over 50, the lowest level that they can hit to get points is 50. So I think there's even somebody in my alliance that's like a level, wrong one. Where'd he go? Here. I think there's somebody here that's like a 51 or 50. Maybe it's the 52 guy. No, I got some 51s. Yeah, I was talking with them, and they were like, "Well, what do I hit?" I think it was this guy. No, it was combat, I think. It was like, "Well, what do I hit?" I'm like, "I'm a level 50." No, it was a 51. I'm level 51. The lowest I can hit is 50. That's hard to do. And I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's hard to do." So, cargo or something, Because honestly, look, you get 200 points for a base. He doesn't have 200, he's 180. So that means that all came from cargo, right? So we'll figure it out. This is really the recruiting week. We're in the middle of the week, so there's really no real stress to get a lot of points this week, because we're already halfway done with it. Not quite halfway, but you know what I mean. So anyway, that's kind of the new thing. That's some stuff that's kind of going on here. One of the things that always takes forever to load. One of the things they were asking me, and I haven't figured out how to do yet, is most of the people are Rocketeers, which is a kind of a dumb thing. I don't really like this one, but that's where most people are at. It makes it so that the time it takes you to build a rocket is lower. Who cares? The gunners, this is a really good one, because you can get higher ship reload, higher accuracy. The armors one is a good one. Increases your evade, increases your compound armor. Increasing your compound armor on a ship just means, hey, 10% more armor. That's good. The defender one, that's not bad. That's okay. I kind of like that one. I think those three are the best. I think this one's the best. This one's second best. This one's third best. That one's okay. This one, not really. You're not really going to notice this that much. And this one, you're not going to notice much at all. I have noticed that a pinch takes me less than 6 hours, but by like a minute so far. So it's not a huge thing. So they were asking me, can I reclassify people, and I thought I read somewhere that you could, but I have yet to be able to figure out how. So I'm gonna have to read up on that. But it gives you a little stupid crap above your base. I chose for a monochromatic one because I had noticed, and actually some of my local people are doing, but there's a lot of them. She's like this, and they're a lot harder to see because all of the colors that they gave you are very muted colors. They're very dark colors. It's fine when it's not the same. So some of the more recent ones are, that's funny. You join an alliance and you get banned. So a lot of people are actually starting to do this. They're really going monochromatic because in a really, really small image, they're really hard to see. Because you can have image, you can have the background, you can have flare, and you can have the logo. So I actually went with, where's my base at? I went with no flare. The background is a shield, and then the logo is cannons, which the cannons are actually a little bit hard to see. But it's a lot clearer than some other ones, like this one. This one is. I mean, what is the image in this one? Can you tell me that? No, I can't even see what that one is. I know the flare is a twirly swirl thing. They're not even using the background, but I can't tell what that is. So the real simplistic ones, and a lot of them are this one, a black background, white image. So I went with a white background and a black image, or really dark. But if you're looking for us, we're the Global Death Legion. My recommendation, though, if you're between levels 50 and about 55, and you're not feeling all badassery about having the most awesomest base ever, I would advise you do not join an alliance, because you will be the primary target. You will get hit all the time. Over about 55, depending on your base, you may or may not get hit all the time. Over about 57, that's when your hitting will start to go down. People have looked at my base, and I think one person kind of attempted a little bit. I don't even think he got 20% before he died. But over, really high levels, it doesn't change a whole lot. They don't hit you a whole lot because they're freaking hard. But if you're below 50, alliance might be useful for you, especially if you can get some of these bonuses. Because it'd be nice if you can get more ship accuracy and firing rate and get that bonus stuff like before a raid starts. So if a raid starts on a Wednesday and the alliance is reset like on Monday, you can spend the first 3 days working to get all the bonuses, and then when the raid comes, you apply all of those bonuses to all the stuff you're doing during the raid. And then during the raid, don't bother about trying to get more stuff for the alliance. That's fine. But I have noticed, like me trying to go find 50 plus bases that are not that are not bubbled right now. That's actually really hard. That's out of sector. I'm trying to hit in sector, because this is where I always come back to. So I don't piss on my own pool. So that's about it. That's about all I know. Resets every week. Not everybody's is the same. If you're below 50, I think this is gonna be different for you. There's some people up here that were telling me that they can hit a level 40 cargo and get their 5 points. And they were following the videos, and they have auto fleets already of hammerheads with assault missiles, so they don't even have to go into the battle, and they can just collect up their points. And I'm like, you suck. It's like, I got that fleet, but I won't get any points if I do that. And then you can pick one enemy a week. The leader of the group has to do that. But since we're not a really cohesive sort of group, we either probably are not going to pick an enemy of the week, or what's probably going to happen is, if there's somebody in the alliance that really wants to go nuts hitting bases, and there's a certain alliance that they want to go hit bases on, and they would like the extra points, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, why not? I don't care. We'll set the enemy to them, and then be done with it, right? Yeah, since we're not a cohesive group and not everybody's all going to be together, it doesn't mean anything. So if somebody wants it for a week, sure, why not set it for you? But that's it's not like what the alliances that happened before, where everybody had to move together and you all had to hit in sector. I don't want to go through that kind of stress. I want to get the benefit out of the alliance, because honestly, most of the people so far in the alliance, you get your alliance chat over here, which not a whole lot's going on in that right now. But honestly, half or most of these people I talk to in the Facebook chat. So it's 6 and 1 half dozen the other for that. Except that now that they can actually they've all talked to me, and they have never talked to each other, but now they're all going to be able to talk to each other. And they talk about me when I'm not there. Chris is stupid. What's he doing? So, anyway, I think that's about all I know. Let's see what we're going on here. I think I'm just building more of these Siege Torpedo Spectres. Let's see. I did take out the 2 flak. I don't know if y'all noticed this. Some people have noticed it. But I took out my 2 flak, and I put these guys in here. 2 more of those. Building. I can't build them on swing, but it's the Siege Torpedo Spectres with engines, batteries, and then the D2S. Now, granted, the D2S, there's reports that this does not work right, but I'm hoping on the fact that they might fix it one day, and then it will pick up and then work right. So we'll see. The researching, I'm getting to stuff I don't really care about anymore. I did the weekly raid, so I got all of these. I got all the tier 2. So I picked up these Siege Torpedoes today. I think I'm going to finish this one. So I got these 2 left. The strike system seems a little bit interesting. This is only useful really for hitting bases, because it doesn't have retargeting, and it's not the full range. So you can't use it for sniping bases like you can with assault missiles and the solid fuel booster 3. But I'm pretty sure that this range with siege missiles still outranges howitzers, and that's the real key point. You still have to outrange howitzers. I'm pretty sure this one does. So you pick up some combat speed, and on bases, the other special that you can research gives you 25% range, but also gives you more accuracy. The accuracy is only not really that useful against base objects. It's a little bit more useful for the defend fleet, but not all defend fleet is very useful for, because defend fleet with very low evade, you don't need highly accurate things to still hit it. So if it's a Goliath, if it's a Hammerhead, if it's a Floating Fortress, that sort of stuff, it doesn't. You don't have to have the most accurate weapons. It's still going to hit it. You're still going to land your shots. So this one actually is a little bit more useful, because you pick up some speed, but the nice thing about this engine is you pick up speed, but you don't lose accuracy. So that's actually pretty interesting. I would have liked to have won it. I would like to win it at some point. That might be an interesting thing to put on those the MCX. But I haven't built any of those, so maybe I'll pick this up next week. We'll see. That's about it. I'm just repairing crap from not doing so hot in some bases. Almost ranked up my assault torpedo Spectres. I was using those a lot on the weekly raid sort of thing. I would use these while my while this fleet was repairing from hitting the hubs. This damage is from hitting one of the bases. That I did not get any points from because I died. So anyway, I think that's about it. So anyway, if you're looking for an alliance, there's a lot out there. There are some things on the discussion board about, I think I saw it in the war room, alliance recruitment. There's not a whole lot up there, so I guess there's only three replies so far. If you're looking for something, it all depends on what you're looking for. There's a bunch of different ones out there. People are saying that, oh, there's a bunch of them that are already dying. Well, that's actually very natural. That's actually very natural. When stuff like this sort of comes out, a lot of people rush to it. A lot of people create things without really thinking through what they want. I've thought through about what I want in an alliance a long time ago, and this is pretty much what I want. It's loose. It's if I'm leading the alliance, I'm kind of treating it like I'm herding cats. I'm not really here to tell you what. I'm not your daddy. I'm not here to tell you what to do. And Yeah, even like one of the guys joined the alliance, and then he moved to me, and he started hitting the sector. And did I say anything? No. No. He's just going to do what he wants to do, and it's no different than what it was before. Pretty much every sector I go to, I'd say 10 to 15 people end up, while the time I'm there, come to the sector based off of my account. And here's another person. And some of them play nice in the sector, and some of them don't. Some of them, do what the sector wants them to do, and some of them do whatever they want to do. And some of them come and then bring their own alliance here and just run amok. I don't care. Do what you want to do. You play your game, right? So whatever it takes to make it fun for you. So anyway, I hope y'all have fun, and do with what the alliance is, what you find enjoyable. If you don't really get the feel for it, just don't do it for a while. Let it pan itself out and see if over time that you find a wanting for it, or if over time everybody realizes it's kind of annoying and nobody really wants to do it or put forth the effort. If it turns into something that you feel like you're not going to get ahead unless you coin, I might stop doing it. But if it's I'm hoping that over time, as you get more people in the alliance, that everybody can get these bonuses, and if everybody can get these bonuses over time, then I think it'll be worthwhile, and I think it'll be interesting. So we'll see. It's all good. Talk to you later. Bye bye.